And that is right. This is the birthday bash of the Reigning Rock podcast, because I am the golden one himself. Ricky Goldman. So do get your birthday wishes in. Plenty to get through here, plenty to talk about. But let's bring in, here he is, the wise man.
Hey.
So, as it's my birthday, and so, I said lots to get through. Like and subscribe. And first of all, I did promise you all a new title reveal. So let's get rid of this.
The old and into the new.
And I will be handed right now by my wise man, by my special counsel. No, we're not loud enough. The brand new podcast predictions championship. Take a look at that. I don't want that piece of crap anymore. I have this brand new, and it's not like I'm never gonna lose.
So
I'm gonna hold on to it past this weekend, Dynasty, and so on forever. I'm now gonna have a longer reign than our tribal chief Roman Reigns. So we'll get to first. The first of business here, which of course is looking at this. My birthday today, so had Chinese for lunch. I love Chinese. The best, my favorite takeaway for me. Had McDonald's. Say that again.
I'm saying, ooh, that'd be a tough one for me now. Like Chinese or maybe.
I did want KFC, but they don't deliver. So I had to get McDonald's, which I don't mind. I do like McDonald's, but I did want KFC, but it is what it is. I will put my towel down just for a second. I'm lazy, and especially even more lazy on my birthday. So I'll show you just a few presents that I've got. So I've got a beer, trackies, boxer shorts, links, a couple of wrestling t-shirts. So I've got these two already, but still add them to my collection. Why not? So Finn Balor. The New Day.
New Day.
One that I'm wearing now, and I'll try and show you. I'm wearing so much that I may not be able to, but well, good. I'll post this. I've got this like head of the table hoodie, and
you've probably got loads of them.
Bobby Roode t-shirt as well. That's what I've not got, so that's cool. Also been to the gym as always, and made quite a lot of stuff at my craft class thing on a Thursday. So we'll quickly show that because I make a bit, but so I can Easter poster. A match card for WrestleMania. I make my own match cards. And Stand and Deliver. Roman Goat Reigns picture, because why not? And that might be, I think it might be just one last thing. Was it two? One, but WrestleMania poster. And I might have shown this last week. If I did, well, if I didn't, another Mania poster. But I think I've shown that already. I know today. I left it to my birthday to watch it. Watched Roman Reigns' version of Legends. I think that was the best one yet. Not that I'm biased or anything like that, but yeah, it was good. Good Legends. So, what have you been up to? I know you went to you went to the theatre last time, didn't you?
I went to see Slash in the Tree Arena recently. Slash from Guns N' Roses.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant show. Celebrate Easter in the girlfriend's place, and that's it really. Just get myself ready for WrestleMania because I'll be watching some of it in Belfast.
Got your good party.
Something like that. Go to see some ice hockey, which is kind of like the equivalent of wrestling.
Ice hockey. Ugh. How is that wrestling?
Well,
that sounds very boring. And if people haven't noticed, my life is just wrestling, movies, a little bit, wrestling. That's it. Ice hockey, no, thank you. Anyway, so on to the next thing here. We'll quickly do this, and that is, I can find it. Oh, there it is. Some movie talk. I know you went to the cinema. We'll get to that in a second. The movies I've seen. I'm not seeing some great movies as of late. I've not seen some great movies. I've seen the Casagrandes movie on Netflix. That was okay. Cat and Dog. That was okay. And on Monday, Jesus. See, I won't sit and watch anything, but even this was bad for me. The Loch Ness Horror. It was awful. Really B-movie-ish. Just awful. So I know you went to go and watch the new Godzilla Kong movie, which I'll watch on Fire Stick. Don't pay to watch.
I haven't seen that one yet. I haven't seen that one yet. I saw Ghostbusters Frozen Empire though. That was fun.
Do you get like popcorn and stuff when you go to the cinema?
Medium popcorn and a bottle of water and maybe 2 toppings.
So that's even more money. Damn. This is why I can afford to be 600 quid on wrestling, because I don't go anywhere but wrestling. I've been to a show. I went to a show on. So I'll play this and just quickly chat about it.
Wrestling Day, that
Rise of the Top Rope Saturday. Yeah, it was a decent enough show, local show to me, so I always like that. I will travel anywhere. I will get on to where hopefully I'll be traveling in June. We'll get to that in the news and headlines. But yeah, I'll go anywhere. Unless America if I could afford it, but usually the UK to watch any wrestling. I'll go to Liverpool, Manchester, Huddersfield, anywhere. So yeah, I've got another show this Friday. That's in Bolton, and then Mania Watch Party Saturday and Sunday. So before we chat about wrestling, before we go into any further, we'll play this for the final time. You're going to see this all brand new on WrestleMania predictions tomorrow. Get completely revamped. So this was the last time you've seen this version of this ad. So I did right. Pricing to you, Goldmans. If you cannot buy one, then at least get it shared, get the word out there. And on my socials that you see on screen right now, get me followed, like, subscribe, all of that. So next we're going to go on to this stands for some wrestling talk because it is and we put up that. So wrestling roundup and a little bit of a new thing to this channel. Because again, all revamped next tomorrow. New intro, logo, ads, the lot, completely refreshed. But well, I'm honest about AEW every single week, just how bad the product is. But hopefully, Ian's will be a lot more honest. And let's not be in dreamland. AEW isn't good. It's not a good product. It's not a good company. It hasn't been a profit in 5 years, and in fact, lost ratings. So that's not good. It's a flop. If that was a movie and I didn't make money, that's a flop. AEW's a flop. Not a good company.
You basically call it AEW Madam Web.
But you will continue to watch no matter how bad the product gets. You still watch Mark Khan like it's a good product. And it just isn't. In the 5 years, it's not made money. That's bad business. Really bad.
We'll have to keep it coming from what CM Punk said about Tony Khan when we get to wrestling news.
But I guarantee you'll still tune into Dynamite tonight, regardless of what anybody says, because you enjoy shit, crap, nonsensical, boring wrestling. But we're going to get into this. We're going to do the Dynamite review, and I'll be as honest as I always am. So, again, based off purely results, I do not watch the.
Someone I know kind of gave you a mention yesterday.
I didn't hear that.
Someone I know gave you a mention yesterday.
Who mentioned
me? Gave you a mention yesterday.
Who? The Rock?
They're talking about you.
Who? Who was talking about me? Everybody. Right, you're frozen.
I said Joey Moss, man. He was talking about you after the comments he put on him on Easter Sunday.
Well, go on then. What was he saying about the
He's referring to the
what?
He's referring to the post he was doing for his podcast.
Call him a mark. He's a mark.
Yeah.
He thinks that AEW is good. He is the king of marks. He is the mark of marks. Probably a bigger mark than Tony Khan. And you go on his show and lie and say AEW is good when it isn't. And here's proof of just how good it is.
I've only been on it once.
Let's see how good AEW is, shall we? Shall we see how good it is? Where is it? Where is it? That's a good product, is it? That's a good product. Now you're going to so that's a good product, is it? Is it?
No, it's not a good product. You referred to what CM Punk. There is good in it. There is good still in the product.
No,
there is some good wrestlers in there.
No, there isn't. So last week you said Will Ospreay. I've just proven he's not a star. I've just proven he's a nobody. So, and another reason it's not good is this bullshit. The rated Chicken Kings. Like, who came up with that? And Tony Khan puts his shit on his product because he's a fucking mark and he don't get that the wrestling companies to make money. Who in the blue hell is going to go, the rated Chicken Kings? Well, that sounds like a good name. So that's two reasons. AEW is not a good product. It isn't a good product. Trying to defend it.
And then we had the
What?
And then we had the comments from CM Punk on the MMA Hour.
You're still, even though it's a bad product, tuning tonight. Because you absolutely love this bad wrestling. The violence is just... So like Joey Moss is the king of marks. He's defending a bad product and dares to say it's going to be better than WrestleMania? Better than The Rock? Damn.
10 people that were released.
Yeah. And how many of those were Roman Reigns? 0. Therefore, I don't care. Anyway, let's quickly go through Dynamite. Ugh. So Will Ospreay defeated Shia Bata. Again, I'm beating his.
That was actually a very good
one. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. But it wasn't, though, was it? So let's be honest here and stop living in Markville. It wasn't a good match because I've just shown you. Here again, I'll show you. Look, there we go. So it wasn't a good match because nobody cares. So it wasn't, was it?
Still a good match.
Wasn't, but it wasn't. I've just shown you it wasn't. Wasn't. AEW's never put on a good match. The ratings were about 700,000. They haven't made a profit in 5 years. Not a good product. No such thing as a good match in AEW. They never do a good match. They'll do okay matches. Never. In the 5 years they've been going, in the 3 months we've been reviewing it, done a match and I thought, oh, I'm really missing out not watching it. It's all crap.
But you don't watch it, so you're only basing your reviews on the results.
And okay, 2 things. 1, the result should draw me in, and 2, for someone that lives and breathes wrestling, just WWE. I've been to watch Ring of Honor shows. I've been to Impact. I've been to GCW. I've been to a New Japan show. I go to indie wrestling. So it's not just purely, but AEW has to be for me not to watch. But I live and breathe. That is got to be some God mode level of fuckery. Anyway, Young Bucks knocked off Private Party.
That was actually another good match as well. They still do tag team wrestling well in AEW, but particularly I could see the Young Bucks. It'll definitely be Young Bucks and FTR when we get to Dynasty.
How many? 3,500 in a stadium. It's not good. It's not a good product at all. More of the evidence to that is the fact that they're now selling less tickets than they did last year for All In. You want to know why? Because AEW's not a draw. And last year it was the first big time stadium event, and we rarely get stuff like that. AEW's not the draw. Wrestling is. Willow Nightingale, which, okay, I will say that they're doing good things with her, but again, doesn't make me want to watch. Willow Nightingale won a fatal 4-way against Anna Jay, Sky Blue, and Chris Statlander.
We're 3 weeks watching that from Mercedes Monet, who's been 3 weeks.
Best Friends defeated The Kingdom.
I knew they were going to go into that one.
This sounds like a scintillating Dynamite so far, if you're a Mark. Swerve Strickland, again, okay, I will say they're doing good things with him. But again,
he is
not make me watch. He's what? He's good? No, he's not. He never. Right. AEW haven't put a good match on in 5 years. Tell me a match they put on that actually drawn a crowd. Tell me a match they put on that people remember past SmackDown. They'll watch Dynamite, and then by SmackDown, they're talking about SmackDown. People forget the day after. And if so the AEW never a good match, do they? Ever. But
have their fair share. They have their fair share of matches. But look,
what? You completely.
It was actually pretty good. I'm still here. This was a pretty.
It wasn't. It wasn't though. Again, we'll just keep this up, shall we? How was it a good match?
You're going to do this every week we get to Dynamite.
How was it a good match?
I would like to see a bigger crowd at it now.
So, okay, right now. No, wait. I waited to hear it was a good match for 3,500 people. And 700,000 in the ratings. It was a good match. If you're blind, it was a good match. If you're blind, perhaps.
I'm not blind.
Anyway, well, if you were blind, then it was a good match. Anybody with sight knows it wasn't. But I will say, yes, you're doing good things with Swerve Strickland, but again, will not make me watch. It's crap. God, based off the, I'll say bronze as always.
I'll say silver for me. Silver for me. Silver for me for the main event and the opening match of the tag match.
Okay. Yeah, which weren't good. There were 3,500 people and 1,000 ratings. They haven't been profitable in 5 years. They've gone down in. Is it good? In what way? In the 5 years, never made money. That's the whole point of wrestling. Be it WWE, Impact, New Japan, indie wrestling around the world. Money. The company wants to be a draw, sell out, make money. They're not doing it for free. They're not doing it for free. Most wrestlers are fan and they're doing it because they love it and creative. Because look at random name Mick Foley. He's doing signings at the moment, so you can be famous. Well, not famous, but you can have a career forever in wrestling. Always be a draw. Always, if you can be a draw and get people want the signings off you, cool. That's great money. But they're doing it for the money as well. But Tony Khan doesn't realise that. Tony Khan's a mark. This Joey Moss, I think, is even even bigger mark because he doesn't realise how bad AW is. But let's move on to the A show. So SmackDown, Pretty Deadly defeated Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Much needed win for Pretty Deadly there.
Apparently,
not Reigns.
Oh, no, this is a rumor now. Apparently, there is a rumor now that Pretty Deadly may get added into the ladder match at WrestleMania. They could get out to a place Grayson Waller and Jerry. I'm making conversation. We're close to WrestleMania, so this could come in handy when we get to prediction.
And where was Reigns mentioned there? Also,
we will get mentioned in Reigns when we get to Raw.
I don't care about Pretty Deadly. They ain't gonna make me want to watch Mania. I'm gonna go, oh, they've been added. Oh, I need to watch Mania now.
You'll still watch it anyway. You'll still watch the ladder match anyway. You'll still watch the ladder match.
Cool, they got this win. Who cares about them? They aren't The Rock. They aren't Roman Reigns. Sky at the Performance Center. This just builds their match again. Don't think it's big enough for Mania.
But still on the card. I'm still looking forward to that one. That's going to be on night 2.
Not for Mania. Mania's a 1. Mania's a what? Mania's a one-card match. The tag team match. The rest, nah.
It'll still be a fun match.
Nah, not at all. Shouldn't be nowhere near Mania. I don't care. Shouldn't be nowhere near Mania. SmackDown, maybe back, but WrestleMania 40, say that me, neither's a star. Nick Aldis in the ring, Jay Cargill came out. They are making it look like a star in wrestling. Outside wrestling, she's a nobody. People don't know who Jay Cargill is. But in the world of wrestling,
they did it very well.
Yes, she's being made to look like a star. What was your?
No, I liked it. They debuted her very well. And what happens in the end after? They did a good debut with her now. Like, she really handled herself well in the mic. Like, everyone was giving out about like why it took her so long to get her on, TV. Like, but that's the thing about Triple H and Shawn. Like, when they're developing someone, they want to be able to plant it well, like, to make sure that the time is right. And I think they did get it right there. And you'll see when we get to the ending of SmackDown, of this week's SmackDown.
Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, they're in the ladder match. They defeated and beat the Street Profits.
They could be changed. That could be changed. We'll have to.
And nobody thinks that's a good idea at all. Not one person.
I wouldn't be against them winning the tag titles if they weren't changed.
Unless they are.
Because the plan is now that the plan now is for the tag title ladder match is that both belts will now be split up. So one team will get the Raw and the other will get the SmackDown team. So they'll probably then get changed to the World Tag Team titles and WWE Tag Team titles. But we'll talk about that prediction tomorrow.
Right. Again, not Reigns. Electel Fantasma came out. Dominico did. Santos spoke. LWO came out. Rey Mysterio spoke. We're getting a tag team match at Mania. Again, doesn't raise a name, so he adds star power to Mania. But again, New Catch Republic, they're also in the ladder match for the tag team titles on Saturday, Sunday, whenever it is, as they knocked off LWO.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do in that tag team. I've really liked them as a team since they came together.
Down because it's a bit heavy, but I will be keeping a lookout just in case Priest tries to catch in on bloody me. How dare he? So I'm just going to say the match at WrestleMania, Judgment Day, the New versus Awesome Truth versus DIY versus New Catch Republic versus Awesome Truth and Grayson Waller. Ladder match for the tag team titles. Cool. AJ Styles came out. LA Knight attacked him, which will lead me to believe that LA Knight's losing at Mania. But
there's one more week to go. So just have to wait and see.
This is not a Mania match again. 0 stars in it. Styles and Knight are not stars outside of WWE. People haven't heard of either. Bianca Belair got a DQ. No, she beat Dakota Kai. Naomi came out. She got beat up. Jade Cargill came out and she made the save. We've now got a tag team match.
This made Jade Cargill really good. This made Jade Cargill just look really strong in that. She destroyed both Asuka and Kairi Sane and Dakota. And now we're seeing this is a very strong team. You've got Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi. You've got a former AEW champion, a former Raw and SmackDown Women's champion, and a former WWE and TNA champion all working together against Damage Control.
Almost fell asleep there. You still mentioned you said AEW champion like it's a good thing.
It was her first title, so nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Do you know? I'll tell you who do know. The 700,000 that watch weekly. They know. Anybody else? Not a clue. I'll give you a good SmackDown. I'll give Silver plus. What's your rating?
I'm going to say either between gold and silver anyway, but like the Jade Cargill stuff was really done to perfection. It debuted well on that.
Quickly level up. Lash legend Codjack Jackson defeated Carly Bright and a new face on the scene, Kendall Gray. Don't know who that is, but there you go.
But see Lash legend forming the faction with Bianca Jade Naomi.
What?
Could see Bianca for. You could see Lash legend join Bianca Jade and Naomi in some form of faction.
Right. Javon Evans, he continues to rack up wins as he defeated Scripps. And in your main event on Level Up, Tank Legend Hank Warner beat Tyson DuPont and Tariq Igwe. A silver. So Rampage, the Butcher, who doesn't seem to be getting many wins as of late, he lost to Dustin Rhodes.
Lost to Swerve a few weeks ago, but only lost to Swerve a few weeks ago.
Nikita, who's that? Who's Nikita?
Well, I can't put my finger on that one now. I know it.
So explain to me how that's good. Okay, it's good for the jobber. They're working for AEW. They're getting a match in AEW. Cool. It's cool for them. But for the product, the ratings, how's it good? A jobber coming in and going and facing a. They're not. We don't have stars, but I will say stars in the terms of.
Nikita Knight.
Okay.
Nikita Knight is the girl.
Roster members, and I'm meant to know who that is. But a jobber coming in and facing an established star, very loosely star, because they have stars. Nobody knows what AEW is. But how a jobber coming in and facing a star, how's that? Explain to me how that's a good thing. You know the star's winning, so how's that a good thing?
Repeat the question.
Some jobber, and it's cool for the wrestler. They had a match in AEW, cool for them. But for the product, the ratings, the company, a jobber coming in and facing somebody on the roster, is that good? You know they're not going to win.
It's just a developmental. It's just a developmental kind. Like they're just seeing how they can work to see if they'll offer them a job. Right?
And how is it a good thing for the company? How does that make money?
Sure, WWE did the same thing with main event. They have local talent come in and face their guys, or they even do the same thing on Raw and SmackDown.
No, people on roster on main event. So again, how does it make money for AEW?
It makes some money. I mean, it gives some talent an opportunity to get their self on there.
Does it? Yeah, it doesn't. So Mariah May versus Nikita makes zero money, zero ratings. But I guarantee you'll tune in. How bad AEW is tuning next week? That was all good. But Nikita lost to Mariah. Oh no.
Like,
yes, you did.
Not all established talent. Not all established talent can face each other. You have to have a view. You have to have some local talent get on there as well.
What?
Or have a few squash. You have to have a few face main talent. But we're used to that in wrestling as well. WWE did that many times as well.
How does it make money? How does it improve ratings?
As make money, well, it gives a bit of a pay for the person that's competing in it, I suppose. And then
how does it make money for AEW? No, I don't care about the wrestlers. For AEW, how does it make money for the company?
Well, it makes money. It gets the local crowd in to see the talent.
How does it make money for AEW? Go on.
I'm trying to think.
How does it improve ratings? Who in the hell has heard of Mariah May and Nikita Knight? Who's heard of them?
It comes from your neck of the woods.
Who's heard of them? Who does it pull in? Who what AEW pulls in is the usual mark crowd every single week, and that's who AEW caters to. They don't want to grow. They're never going to be asked to go and do a pay-per-view in Scotland, Wales, Australia, France. Never, because they're not a draw. These jobs coming in does nothing for ratings or the company because nobody knows who they are.
But WWE has done that many times before on Raw and SmackDown. They bring in local talent and all that and have them.
Who's just you're comparing WWE to AEW.
I'm not comparing. I'm just pointing out. I'm not comparing.
That's McDonald's. That's like comparing.
I'm not comparing both companies. I'm just saying the WWE has done that before.
WWE is a $1 billion company. AEW's not made money at all. But WWE is profitable. They're a $1 billion company. AEW's not made a penny since debuting. But Mariah May defeated Nikita Knight. Your quick thoughts on this?
I don't watch Rampage. But I haven't watched Rampage in a while. But I knew into most of the matches in Rampages, Mariah May would have won that one.
Deonna Purrazzo beat Rose again. Who's that? Nobody knows heard of either. But your thoughts on that?
Say the name. We'll say the name first.
Rose. Jobber. Absolute irrelevant jobber that's not Roman Reigns. So let's quickly move on.
Right, Deonna Purrazzo would have won that anyway. You're expecting Deonna Purrazzo to win that.
And Roderick Strong knocked off Daddy Magic. Like, who comes up with these names? Seriously, Daddy Magic. It's not The Rock. Daddy Magic. It's not The Rock or The Undertaker or Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's Daddy Magic.
Well, you're not
that name's gonna make.
Well, you're not expecting that to have their names.
What? They don't. They
you're not
shouldn't
expecting
have
them to have
good
that names.
They shouldn't have make money. They should. So that's the whole point of wrestling: making money. To be a draw.
That's 2.0 from 205 Live. That's who Roderick Strong was beating. You want
to name. I don't care who they are, who they were. Daddy Magic isn't going to make money for anybody. Nobody's going to go out and go, Daddy Magic.
They still use those names from when they're. He still used that name from his time in the Jericho Appreciation Society.
So that's a good thing, is it? So he's called Daddy Magic, and that's a good thing. That makes money. That name is going to take over wrestling. That name is going to be bigger than Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Roman Reigns, The Undertaker. Daddy Magic, don't say anything. Hey, anyway, again, I'll say a bronze. What's your quick rating of it?
I'll say bronze. I didn't know.
Collision. Ugh. Matt Cardona lost to Adam Copeland. Again, is that good?
I'd say this is going to be
Adam Cole just won the title. There was no way he's losing it on a Collision. So how does it make money?
No.
How does it make the ratings? I don't care about Matt Cardona. How does it improve the ratings? That's what I want. The ratings. I don't
bring him
care
back to Cope Open.
Say that again.
Bring him back to Cope Open. He's going to do that nearly every week on Collision. He's holding the gold.
Right. But how does it improve ratings? How does it make money?
Well, for one, you bring in Matt Cardona, the Indie King. More likely his only AEW appearance this year before he goes back to WWE.
That Cardona that nobody knows. Yeah, him.
They'll know for Zack Ryder, the woo-woo, you know it.
Yeah, but
name,
no
Zack
one knows
Ryder, ex-WWE guy.
Nobody knows Matt Cardona. Nobody.
I'd say that'll be his only AEW appearance before he goes back to WWE if he's going back after WrestleMania.
Again, I don't understand how that improves ratings or how that makes money for the company. FTR knocked off the Infantry.
Definitely going to be FTR and Young Bucks in the final of that tag team tournament.
Again, a match that doesn't draw the crowd. Again, who caters to that small little audience. Kyle O'Reilly racked up a win against JD Drake.
That's James Drake from the Grizzled Young Veterans in NXT, now over in TNA.
That's not him. I think JD Drake was in WWE. I think he did a couple of matches there.
Yeah, he was.
James Drake. James Drake isn't lowering. James Drake is not lowering himself to go to AEW.
He's in TNA.
He's not an idiot.
He's in TNA.
Well, there you go. He's not lowering himself to go to AEW. He doesn't want there. Ugh. But your thoughts on Kyle O'Reilly winning?
I'm like,
whoever he is.
Oh, wait, you said JD Drake. That is him. This is a picture of. This is hang on. Oh, hang on. No, this is JD Drake.
No. Is it Roman Reigns? Is it Roman Reigns?
This is the JD Drake you're talking about. I'm not comparing.
Is it Roman Reigns?
I'm not comparing him to Roman Reigns.
I don't care who JD Drake is. It's not Roman Reigns. Therefore, couldn't care less. Your thoughts on Kyle O'Reilly beating him?
Second win for Kyle O'Reilly since his comeback now. I'd like to see where this goes between now. Does he go back to the Undisputed Kingdom or between now and then? Oh, did you say JD Drake?
1,000 fans want. Oh God,
yes. You said JD.
Why are we waiting?
James Drake. There's James Drake.
JD Drake. Oh God, why are we wasting time talking about complete nobody?
There's two James Drakes. That's all. There's a JD Drake and there's a James Drake.
I don't.
Okay, come on.
Why are we wasting time talking about complete nobody?
You're the one who's talking about it, and you're bringing up the results. You're bringing up the results.
Yeah, but you continue to talk about a complete no mark, complete zero, complete loser. No one knows who JD Drake is. If you walk past him in the street, you won't know who he is. Ricky Starks and Big Bill put over Top Flight.
There was a bit of an injury worry on Ricky Starks, but apparently he was fine, thankfully.
Yeah, I don't care. Lady Frost put over Thunder Rosa.
I heard it was quite a sloppy match there between Thunder Rosa and Lady Frost.
It will. I guarantee it will have been awful. And Bryan Danielson, Shia Bata, and Claudio Castagnoli all teamed together to defeat and beat Lance Archer and the Righteous.
And now we've got Lance Archer and Bryan Danielson on Dynamite tonight.
Ugh. Yeah, that sounds like a match that's going to pull people in, doesn't it?
And what's the story to it?
No, well, you and the 700,000 fans will be watching. Bronze, yeah, we are rating.
I'll say a silver for Cardona and Copeland, because that was a good match.
It wasn't. I don't have to watch AEW to know it wasn't good. Do you want to know I know it wasn't good? Because of the ratings. And and ratings is everything. Ratings is how you determine contracts. So let's get to the second show. And it's only a show because of certain people on the show. But first hour, commercial free. We then had the pie-eating, jabroni-beating, heart-stopping, The Rock come out. And his entrance just gets better and better each and every time. Going back to the early days of the cowhide vest. Again, I don't see how people... Well, okay. But see, The Rock is such a puppet of just controlling the people, and he's so... The Rock can do what he likes, but he'd sit on a beat Cody and he'd do all this, and he still did it. It was like, just wow. The Rock could take a crap in the ring and they would still love him for it. Out came the Tribal Chief Reigns, followed by Seth Rollins. This was a good opener.
And then we know then that the main event on Raw is Seth Rollins challenges The Rock to a match. He challenged Roman Reigns, and they say, no, you're not facing The Rock. You're not facing the Tribal Chief. You're going to be facing Solo Sikoa. And it's bloodline rules. Do you know what they should have done with this one? Ever since Solo beat John Cena, he's lost a lot of matches.
That's why I think he's going to help Reigns at Mania, because Solo just felt so weak. Like, ugh, wow.
But they should have done a thing where Solo should have come out and said, "It's okay, guys, I got this." When they have Solo just come out and
let's move on to some actual action. So the Judgment Day win here. They beat the New Day and DIY.
And True Miz on commentary.
Oh yeah. Your thoughts of the win for Judgment Day?
It was a fun match. It gives Judgment Day the momentum going into WrestleMania in all their matches. Mainly the main three members of Judgment Day, Finn, Damian, and Dominic, get momentum in all three matches they have.
Now, and for people watching, well, three things. First of all, get your comments in. Secondly, like and subscribe. And thirdly, expect a catch in this week, and that's all I'm saying, but we'll get into that in the predictions tomorrow. And I've lost my notes because I write down what happens on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, all that, and then tap them up at a later date. I've lost them, so I'm going to look online. It was Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Did Sami Zayn win that?
You mean Bronson Reed? No, Bronson Reed. Braun Breaker
again, irrelevant. So, did Zayn win?
Sami Zayn won that one. Yes, Sami Zayn did win, and then him and Chad Gable got destroyed by Gunther.
So that builds momentum for Zayn and into Mania, but surely he's not on to beat Gunther.
Later.
Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree. Maxine Dupree got the win here, so a much-needed pinfall victory for Maxine Dupree as they knocked off Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell.
Early plans of descent between Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae, unless Indy decides to join Candice.
Ricochet continues to rack up those victories, and this week he beat Ivar.
Yes, he did. Actually, I've been seeing where this is leading to for Ricochet.
Speed champion.
Yeah, that's right. Speed was launched. WWE Speed was launched today on WWE's channel.
We'll get into that. That's for news and headlines news, Speed, but...
Yeah. We'll get to that later.
Becky Lynch came out. Rhea Ripley came out. Bit of brawl. They were fight. This just hype again to continue to hype the match. Again, not big enough for Mania, but it's going to be a fight. Building it.
It's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight. And then they nearly got at it on MMA Hour as well.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that happened on. Of course, yeah. That happened early. They showed that Becky interrupted Rhea on the MMA Hour. So they are building the match, but again, doesn't say WrestleMania
They
to me.
just-
Neither are stars
They just
outside of
need
the
to.
wrestling world.
They just now, hang on. You can't say that Becky's all star if she was invited to the White House. The Rock wasn't even invited to the White House. Book is out now.
Again,
Becky's book is out.
I've said it
Becky's
before.
book is out now.
No, so that makes her a star, right? So she's never going to be that go-to name. If you walk down a random street in any part of the world and say, name me a wrestler, they're going to go Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins, and Cody Rhodes. No, they're going to say Rock, Hogan, Austin, Cena, Reigns, maybe. Becky's never, ever, not even now, not in 5 years, not in 10 years, going to be that go-to name. Because outside I'm not saying these people inside WWE aren't big names. They are. Gunther, massive name, nearly 700 days as champion. Rollins, done everything in WWE. But outside of it, he's a nobody.
And yet they're still selling out the buildings. Hey, you're going on about another company says that has those stars. You're calling the biggest company in the world.
No. The Rock sold out Raw this week. That's why they sold out. The Rock did that. The Rock.
The product has just been really good. Like everyone says.
The Rock has sold out Mania, and people go to Mania anyway because it's WrestleMania. But no, they're not stopped. They aren't in the outside of WWE. Becky Lynch, yeah, she's a nobody, and because she's got a book or went to the White House doesn't change the fact that she's a nobody. But speaking of women's action, unfortunately, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark have become jobbers. Tegan Knox was thrown in there for some bizarre reason, just so then Damage Control could get the win here.
Because Natalia's over in NXT.
And something here. To close out Raw, Bloodline rules. Solo Sikoa, Seth Rollins didn't even end. I don't know how that works in a no DQ match. The match didn't end.
Bloodline rules.
Is the match still going then? Is the match still going?
Bloodline rules.
Is the match still going? Because it didn't end. Anyway, out came the People's Champion himself, The Rock, and he and your tribal chief completely destroyed Rollins, Cody, and the referee with the weight belts. Again, Cody looks so weak heading into. I understand all of this is. So he looks like a underdog, I suppose, but he looks super weak heading into Mania. He doesn't look like the guy to finally dethrone Reigns at all. But good ending to Raw.
He didn't look that weak. He
got
held
booed by the Rock.
Got
booed by the Rock verbally. The Rock destroyed him last week. Yeah, last week.
Yeah,
and destroyed him this week.
He handled the Rock pretty well at the end of it. Now he was having his way. He had his way really with the Rock until Reigns got to him. But I still see we'll still get that match with Cody and Rock somewhere after Mania.
And the Rock told you that when?
I've been reading reports. I say we can't. They are going to. I say it's simple. Like there was talk of the Rock doing more matches after Mania.
And you know he's scheduled because he's not busy with movies because.
I just see things. So I could see them doing Saudi
down the line.
You could do it at Saudi. You could do it at SummerSlam.
They won't. They're not going to do. At SummerSlam, well, the Rock's gone for 3 months, so that's not happening. So no, Rock. So you see that why the Rock's doing the tag team match because he can't do a singles match. But I'll say a silver plus for Raw. What would you say?
I'll say a silver as well. I'll say a silver. Like it was a quiet go home show and all that, but with a few good matches on.
So
I'll
we
say
go
Silver. I could say,
go,
yeah, he's doing a tag match, but I'd say at some point he will return to singles action. If we're ever going to get Rock versus
and
Reigns, if that ever happens as well.
right, but The Rock has
I'd say The
never
Rock.
said he's doing that match. So The Rock has never said he's doing that match. He's gone after Mania until August.
I know, I'm not saying straight away,
who
but
knows?
somewhere down the line,
Right, but
somewhere down the line, we'll see
it's not going
Cody
to happen.
Rock, or we'll see Rock. Not now, but sooner, I say. At a later stage.
Either of those matches are happening. Rock and Cody's happening. Is he after Mania? The Rock's doing something that Cody could only look a dream of, and that's going to be a success. That's going to make a movie that Cody will never do, because he's never going to be asked to go to Hollywood.
You never know.
Who he is. If he was in a headline movie, if he was, Jesus, he's never going to go to Hollywood. If he was in a movie and he was a headline star, with Cody starring Cody Rhodes, people were like, who? Because guess what? Side of WWE, not star.
Sure. Always remember though that The Rock
Never gonna
wasn't
be
the
the
headline
go-to
star in his
name.
first few movies.
Ever.
His first movie.
Right?
It's NXT.
And he is now. No. Yes. No. Wrong.
He had to work.
Scorpion King.
He had to work with though.
The Scorpion King. The Scorpion King. The Scorpion
Slow
King
down.
was a headline star.
Yes, but his first movie was The Mummy Returns.
Welcome to the Jungle. He was his headline star. Walking Tall was a headline star.
Yes.
Dislike Doom. Should we just go on and on? He was a headline star of every single movie he's been in.
I'm just saying that his first movie, he wasn't
Cody
the
couldn't
headline
even be, and Cody couldn't even be that, because if he was in a movie, no one would know who he is.
Well, that's why you have to work up to doing it. You have to work up. I mean, people know who John Cena is, but he's
to make a movie.
You don't know that he's never going to be asked to make a movie.
I do know.
You don't know that.
To know why The Rock's. But I do know. Why is The Rock in movies? Because he's success in wrestling. Why is Cena in success in wrestling? Both huge names. Cody's not a huge name. No Hollywood is going to say Cody make a movie. The Rock is never going to ask Cody to be in one of his movies because he's a nobody.
The only difference between The Rock and Cena in movies is that I just point out as well that The Rock.
Cody's never going to be. Cody's never going to be in Fast and Furious. He's never going to be in Baywatch. I enjoyed Baywatch. People didn't. I enjoyed it. He's never going to be in what else is The Rock in? He's never going to be in Black Adam. He's never going to be in anything like that because he's a nobody. Outside of the wrestling world, Cody Rhodes is a nobody. He's never going to be that go-to name.
Well, I just point out though, for one, I don't think Cody is crying a river over not being in Baywatch and Black Adam because they bombed. And two, despite John Cena winning more titles than The Rock, John Cena's only been supporting actor lately. He hasn't been a lead star of films since 12 Rounds.
Well, Baywatch and Black Adam did better than Cody's movies. Right?
Cody was reckoned on the indies while those movies were out.
Doom and Tooth Fairy did better than any of Cody's movies. Long Shot, The Rock's first movie.
I'm after it. Cody, when Doom was out, Cody was in
straight to DVD. South and Tales straight to DVD did better than any of Cody's movies. Long Shot, The Rock's first movie, he just played a 2-minute part in, did better than any of Cody's movies.
Now, hang on.
Cena's not been there.
You're kind of jumping a gun there a bit on that one, because for one, Cody was training to be a wrestler when
right, but it's still done better than any of Cody's right. It's still done better than any of Cody's movies.
He didn't have a movie back then. You can't.
Doom's done.
He didn't have a, hold on. You can't compare that because for one, Doom came out in 2005. Cody was only a young fella trained to be a wrestler. When flipping,
that's still to this day. Still done better than any of Cody's movies, wasn't it? Still to this day.
When Cody, when the
Cooper
two,
has done
when the
better
two,
than any of Cody's.
when the two,
How many of Cody's movies? How many of Cody's
The
movies have
one.
been a success? Go on. I mean,
he hasn't had a movie.
name Cody's. There you go, then, because he's a nobody.
But hang on, because you're kind of jumping the gun. But hang on,
he's a nobody.
Hang on, because you're jumping the gun for a second. Because for one, in 2005, Cody was training to be a wrestler when Doom came out. In 2010, while The Rock was being a Tooth Fairy, Cody was being Dashing Cody Rhodes. You can't compare the two.
And so both done better than any of Cody's movies, right? And he's never ever The Rock is never going to say to Cody, "Come and act in one of my movies," because he's a nobody. He's never going to be the go-to name that you say to anybody in the world. Name your wrestler, and they're going to say Cody Rhodes isn't going to be their first name coming out their mouth because he's a nobody. Who's Cody Rhodes? He's not The Rock. He's not John Cena. He's not Stone Cold. He's not The Undertaker. He's a nobody. And the fact that he won the Rumble twice doesn't change that. In the wrestling world, he's a name. Outside the wrestling world, outside the confines of WWE, yes, he's very well known. And John Cena's not been...
He's been in movies, but he's only been in B movies and is a supporting player. John Cena has won more titles than both Rock and Austin put together, and he's only been a supporting player as well.
Okay, so Ricky Stenicki, Freelance. What else has he been in? Suicide Squad.
He's been in those, yes. He's been in those. Yeah, I'm not saying he hasn't been in good movies.
Let's just look at all of Cena's movies that he's been. So, okay, I think he made me like 10 movies since then, since 12 rounds.
I'm not saying he hasn't been
Freelance.
Hang on. I'm not saying he's
Hidden Strike. Ricky Friends 1 and 2. Fast 10. Fast 9.
No, that's
Suicide Squad. How many of those was he a supporting actor in? None.
Now, hang on. He wasn't the lead
in all of them.
Now, hang on a second. He wasn't the headline. He wasn't the headline star in Suicide Squad. That would either go to Idris Elba or Margot Robbie. He wasn't. That would either go to Idris. The Peacemaker series. He's the headliner.
It was John Cena. It was John Cena.
He wasn't the headliner in, say, Daddy's Home movies that went to Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. He wasn't the head. I don't know whether he called the headliner Ricky Stenicki.
Definitely, without a doubt. But he's done far better. Jesus Christ. Fernando went straight to DVD and he did a voiceover. Has done far better and a lot more successful than any of Cody's movies.
But hang on, I'm not comparing Cena. I'm not comparing Cena and Cody. Okay, you're kind of looking the wrong way.
Fred, the movie that was fucking awful, has done better than Cena's movies. I mean, Cody's movies. Jesus Christ. Awful. Scooby-Doo has done far better than Cody's movies. I think Cody might have actually been in that, but okay.
I've never seen most of those ones, but for one,
Trainwreck. The Wall.
I know that one.
Cena was awful. He was just laid on the ground. Laid on the ground for the entire movie. Has done far better than any of Cody's movies have or ever will.
He wasn't the lead in that one either.
Far better than Cody's movies, wasn't it? Far better. A lot more successful.
He hasn't been it. Cody wasn't it. Because Cody wasn't in movies at that time.
He made 10p.
When that one trained.
If the Wall.
Trainwreck.
So you're making all these. If it made 10 pence, it's a lot more successful than any of Cody's movies. You want to know why? Because he's not a movie star. He's never going to be asked to make them. No one knows who he is. No Hollywood director's going to want Cody Rhodes in a movie.
You never know that. I mean, like he has some Hollywood good looks anyway. I mean, like you can't compare the two because at the time when Cena's movies were out, Cody was being Stardust.
He's a nobody. He's a nobody. Cena and Rock are in movies today because of their success in wrestling. Cody's a nobody. He's never going to be asked by any Hollywood director, can you come and make a movie? unless it's some
And
tactical
won't you say if
art.
he did? Won't you
He's
say
never
if
going
he
to
did?
be
Won't you say he
in
did?
Fast and Furious. He's going to be Fast and Furious that makes billions of dollars. Never.
Well,
He's never going to ever in a million years reach that level. Never.
Won't you say if they did offer him a role in Fast and Furious 12? What would you say then?
But they're not going to. They're not going to, though, are they? He's not going to be in
But what
that.
would you do if they did? You never know. What would you say if they did?
They're not going to. They're not going to. What if they offer role in it? What if they are Andre the Giant a role in it? They're more likely to be in the movie. Why the hell blue hell The Rock or Vin Diesel? Why would Vin Diesel want Cody Rhodes in the movie when Cody Rhodes is a nobody? Vin Diesel wants a movie to be a success.
And Vin Diesel hates The Rock as well, so Vin Diesel hates The Rock. Vin Diesel and The Rock hate each other.
Well, no, he doesn't, because he was in Hit the Rock, because he was in the last Fast and Furious movie, so no, he doesn't.
They've had some rivalry, Vin Diesel and The Rock have.
Right? But Cody's
they have had a rivalry, so
never in a mirror's gonna reach never gonna reach the level of ever being in a Fast and Furious movie, being the headline star in it, or one of the headline stars. Ever. Never going to reach that level because he's a nobody. Now, enough about irrelevant roads. On to NXT. So, triple threat action. It was a good NXT, good go, I'm sure. Nathan Fraser and Axiom defeated two tag teams to beat the club, Go Brothers. And now, if you want to try go on to get a tag team title shot at Standard Delivery,
that was a fun match.
Saturday.
That was a fun match.
Yeah.
That was a fun match. I was expecting Dallas to win that one.
Yeah. Fallon Henley came up by Jane. Cool.
Yeah, that was now fine.
6-woman tag team match.
It was more
6-woman tag team.
JC.
Right, go on.
Jeez. No, go on. No.
Now we're coming Saturday. Thea Hale, Fallon Henley, and Kalani Jordan will battle and take on JC Jane, Kiana James, and Amy, which is a day match on the biggest NXT pay. Wow. Von Wagner, that I say each and every time they've failed with him. He's just like the crowd, just he's bland as they come. But he took the L to Lexus King.
Well, he's more going to be successful on the main roster, like, because he is got the looks of a main roster guy, especially because he's a giant.
No, he's as bland as they come.
But no, Lexus King is the better wrestler.
Oh, yeah. Lola Vice tapped out Carmen Petrovic. That'd be your parents' name, but I think it's Petrovic, I think.
Natalia seems to be a resident now in NXT.
Yeah. Two pieces of news.
Natalia's back to the wrong horse. I think she should.
Metaphor or hosting Standard Delivery is huge for them. It was what was it? Supernova Sessions, Roxanne Perez, Laura Valkyrie were the guests. This hypes up their match, but Lyra needs to really improve at promos, thoughts.
But she's not talking in a straight dub accent like the way Sheamus and Becky Lynch are.
She's no wrong. I know John Cena on the mic. She's like, ugh.
I'm not comparing it to John
NXT
Cena.
is developmental and they need to make it. NXT developmental, and it's to improve. It's for them to improve and to get better. But she drastically needs to improve. Obafemi, he continued to win. He continues to.
He is brilliant.
Battle on as he defeated Joe Gacy.
with the help of Sean Spears.
I missed that bit, but Ariana Grace, she got a W against Ren Sinclair. Cheated to win, but she got the win anyway.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sucker with a surprising win as she put away Blair at Port.
That was actually a pretty good match. I love the two of them together now. They are definitely two. Like, I see, she is definitely going to be a top star in the main roster.
Who? Sol Ruka.
Yeah, she has the look of being someone who's in the main roster.
If you say so. Another match added to Stand and Deliver, albeit on the, we're calling it the Stand and Deliver countdown to kick. So
yeah, they're doing that with WrestleMania as well.
That's why Sean Spears came back. Nothing to do with he's not back because Cody's there, and he's there because of the treatment he's getting and money, obviously. But he's on.
He wants to work as a trainer there as well. He wants to work as a trainer there.
And to finish up NXT face-off between Carmelo Hayes and Williams, this ups what happens up their match for this Saturday's pay-per-view.
That's definitely, well, that's for the main event. Oh, here's a message here from Mo Lester. Hi, Mo. What do you think about the impending NXT debut of the Sudanese wrestler Sultan?
Why would I know who that is? Is it Roman Reigns? No. Well,
thanks for the message, Mo.
Somewhere, Sudanese. Where's that? Is that Sugan? Where's Sugan? Is that like Africa?
I'm not sure. They didn't probably spell it right. It doesn't say.
No idea. Cool. My thoughts on it are cool. They're getting wrestlers from different companies, but I've never seen him, so I don't know.
We're trying to look it up, but I can't find anything at the moment.
So I'll say gold. It was a good go-home show, so you're rating for NXT.
I'll say silver.
Right, then. One final the predictions for Stand. Well, Ian is doing predictions for Stand and Deliver. Mine will be during my watch along on Saturday. So tune in if you want to hear what they are.
So we're doing the predictions for Stand and
Deliver. So, of course, all my socials there are in video form and picture form, and that's the last time you're going to see that ad, all brand new tomorrow. So, and of course, like and subscribe, and more. Is it more? More Leicester. Get more comments in. I'm happy to answer more questions, but it's about wrestler from Sudan. Then I have no idea. So let's play this. So before going into predictions, we'll take about 5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, just to quickly preview Mania, and my only thought really is it's a long card match. What's your quick thoughts?
I am looking forward to the whole show. There's
Do you
many of
agree?
those. Besides, no, I think there are some matches that will stand out on the rest of the card. Like, I'm not going to compare it to the two main events, but there will be some good matches that will stand out on the card. So all of them will be perfect. There will be some standout.
All matches would be good. Is it big for talent? But do you agree it's just a one-card match, or do you think that other matches deserve to be a Mania?
No, I don't. I don't think it's a one-card match. Yeah, those two main events are the biggest matches on the card. But there are some matches that will be that can be a bit.
No. So Reigns Cody is as big as The Rock. Is it?
It is. This is like if they do bloodline rules on it, but we'll get to that when we get to the prediction
show. Cody and Reigns big as the biggest movie star in the world with countless. That's as big as the biggest movie star in the world who gets paid $1 million on Instagram.
And yet his next movie is going. And yet his next movie is going to Amazon Prime.
And the biggest Reigns fan that you can get. I mean, I don't think the level of The Rock. The Rock, right? So Cody. Even I don't think Reigns is as big as The Rock. There is nobody as big as The Rock. He's the biggest movie star in the world. So how in the blue hell is Cody Reigns?
Your favorite wrestler has held the title longer than any of The Rock's reigns put together.
How is Reigns and Cody as the biggest movie star in the world?
Because this is about redemption for Cody. This is his this could be his last chance at getting the title.
No, how's that? No, Cody. How's it as big as the biggest box office attraction ever?
Well, for one, The Rock's next movie is not going to be until Amazon Prime, so he's not really getting the box office at the moment.
No.
And two, you have
the Rock's the growth of billions. He had been the highest paid actor twice. String of Reigns Cody at level. The Rock is planets above everyone. Damage of Cody, like that's a bit scary. Anywhere as big as the biggest movie star in the I wear Reigns' gear, got the belt because of Reigns. Even I don't think that's as big as The Rock. Roman Reigns doesn't think it's as big as The Rock. Anyway, so it will be. We said on the and I was hoping I've done these as colors, so I was hoping they would come up. They're just these symbols. Anyway, albeit it's on the kickoff show, not the pre-kickoff show, but it will be Sean Spears one-on-one with Joe Gacy. Who are you going for in this?
Sean Spears easily. Sean Spears.
Let's go to the right. I've heard you. Let's go to a women's match. So in 6 women's team, female, Fallon Henley and Kalani Jordan will wrestle Kiana James, JC Jane, and Izzy Dame. Your pick?
I'm going with Hale, Henley, and Jordan, with Hale getting in the Kimura lock on JC Jane.
Let's go to a title match. So the NXT Tag Team titles, Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin will defend against Nathan Fraser and Axiom.
This will be new, and their second title defense in total because they face. No, it's their. Is their
you cutting. Are you going for Braun and Corbin to retain, or
yeah? Oh no, it's their second. It's their second title defense because they faced them. They faced Chip and Chase Hugh. They faced Chase Hugh for their first defense. Oh, Braun Breaker and Baron Corbin. I was just getting to that. I'm going with them because it's their first title defense on a pay-per-view. It's too soon for them to drop.
In triple threat action with the North American Championship, not one but two guys go after it, and those two guys are Dijak and Josh Briggs, and Obafemi is the guy to defend it.
Oh, easily going to go with Obafemi on this one. He's going to, with Josh Briggs taking the pin. Obafemi on this one.
Yeah. For the NXT Women's title, it will be Lyra Valkyria defending against a challenger, Roxanne Perez.
I'm going to say Roxanne Perez. I'm going to say, but because I think Roxanne is going to be called up after WrestleMania.
Let's do this one. Tony D'Angelo challenges Ilya Dragunov for the NXT Men's Championship.
Ilya easily retains. When he gets the main roster, he's probably going to get a gun-for-like push.
And in your main event of the afternoon in America, early evening over here, it will be Carmelo holding his former best friend, Trick Williams.
It's got to be Trick Williams on this one. This starts the feud. This will be the first round, and then Hayes in the second, and then whatever they do to settle the score.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I'm going with Williams.
So is this? I've done it as colours. I just want to see what comes up.
Oh, you're doing it's just the thing for the
okay. I've done it as colours, but that's not what works, does it? That just hasn't worked. So it's fine. News and headlines, plenty to talk about. Let me find my paperwork. So a little bit of news. Most Wanted Treasures returns again later this month. I think it's the 14th. Great show. Have you watched Most Wanted Treasures?
On my list.
Have you never seen it?
I've seen some of it now. I have to watch the next season though.
Well, yeah, his next season hasn't even started. So, as we mentioned before, WWE Speed has debuted on X, Twitter, today, which I think is a great, brilliant idea. This AW, listen up and take notes. This is how you do social media. WWE are the undisputed God mode kings of it, because ahead of Mania, this gets people talking on social media. Doesn't drive people away like it does by being a clown. But yes, great idea. Your thoughts on it?
I've seen some of the results now. I might look it up now. They're doing a tournament to crown the first Speed champion. The first round saw Ricochet defeat Dragon Lee, with the second round seeing Bronson Reed defeating Cedric Alexander. Next week, they're going to have Axiom taking on JD McDonough. And Jones versus...
So now you...
Oh.
So now you
just... Well, are we going to watch it?
So now you just spoiled it.
Oh.
So now I don't need to watch.
Oh.
Well, I'll probably zoom through it, but yeah, I'll still give it a watch. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the thing that I think that's why Ricochet's getting pushed.
And then I'll probably just do what I do with main events and just check the results every week. I'll probably watch the first week. I'll probably watch tonight's, and then that'll be it. More news here, and I know it's going to get revealed tomorrow, but so far this is up Or is it a Mania? It's like, look at that. Jesus, that is awful.
It's nice, but looks can be deceiving. Have you ever heard the saying, looks can be...
But so far, it looks really bad. Like, I know they've made it smaller because to fit more people in, but this is WrestleMania 40. Everything should be bigger and better than ever. They should completely outdo last year's stage, which was probably the best Mania stage ever. But so far, that doesn't look good. We also mentioned this earlier, but we'll talk about it more. The tag team titles are being separated. So Raw tag team titles, SmackDown tag team titles, whether they rename them or not, don't know. But yes. Your thoughts on this?
They say team titles and SmackDown will be called the WWE tag team titles.
Whatever they're called, your thoughts on it?
Yeah, well, it's good that they're actually no longer being called the Raw and SmackDown tag titles. Like, they were good for a while they lasted, but they need a change now to come to a more wrestling stance and not just be called after a brand. So I'm looking forward to seeing
inductee to the WWE Hall of Fame is none other than The Rock's grandmother, Leah Maivia. All I know of her is obviously what I've watched on Young Rock, and I know she started wrestling in Polynesia, Samoa. I know she's done that,
and she was the first ever female promoter of a company.
Something that PMP, I'll give you a shout out here. Also check out, it's in the description. PMP Pancake to Power Slam. What the host said, WWE should give criteria of why these people are in it. You know, what qualifies them to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, no, I think that's a great idea. That's what they should do. Like, this is why this person's going in. This is what they did for the business.
Yeah, okay.
So,
yeah, that sounds like good. Like, say when you get to the time for Bray Wyatt to come in, like, you could induct him for his creativity.
I don't think he's going in. I think US Express
not
going
now,
in. I don't think
he's
ever going in. He's
never
going in.
I think Bray will go in. I think Bray will go in someday. Not now, but someday.
You think, but you also think AEW is good, so.
Also, leave AEW alone now, Ricky. This is about WrestleMania.
Not going in the Hall of Fame, with US Express going in, and his documentary is probably as close as you're going to get to him going in. But yeah, your thoughts on Leah Maivia going in?
Yeah, it's fine. I'd say that was probably one of the deals with The Rock to get him on the board.
Yeah, he's had a lot of power, hasn't he? Which people won't like. His daughter's GM on NXT. Leah Maivia going in the Hall of Fame. The Rock can do what he likes when he likes. He can have 30-minute segments. He has the most biggest, greatest entrance out of anybody. He can swear. He can blood. Everything. The Rock wants, The Rock gets. Big news revealed. I think it was Tuesday. Yeah, yesterday. Clash at the Castle returns. This time in Scotland. June 15th and SmackDown on June 14th. I will hopefully be going. Yeah, I think that's great news. Scotland's first ever pay-per-view. What's your thoughts on it?
It's good to see them come back now, but the question is, will Drew be champion going into it, though? Or will he be winning a title now?
Just because you want Priest to cash in on Rollins not happening, Drew's going into that pay-per-view as champion.
Oh, and Ronda Rousey's back in the news again. Ronda Rousey's in the news this week.
Right, okay, that's right. And a couple of other pieces of news here.
All the stuff that's going on.
I was actually getting to something relevant there, and you spoke about Ronda Rousey. Our tribal chief, the greatest of all time, now 1,312 days, is going to acknowledge and induct his wise man Paul Heyman to the Hall of Fame. Your thoughts on this?
Well, I suppose you have to have him on the Hall of Fame. I suppose they get someone like RVD or Tommy Dreamer or the Dudleys being in Philadelphia situation.
speaking of the tribal
Well, I
chief,
suppose you-
speaking of Reigns, he apparently has said, should he lose at Mania, should he lose this championship at Mania, he's done. He's retired. So that tells me he's retaining.
But what if
That's
he
what he
doesn't
said.
and go out with a bang?
You think
Yeah,
that?
but I'd say at some point, if he does lose, they'll coax him back in. They could coax him back in to get him out with The Rock, or do something with Paul Heyman if Heyman decides to.
So that means the end of Reigns' career. So I think he's retaining. I think Rollins costs him. I think we need to pass it to Hogan.
But what if he does? Have you got any major roles lined up in acting?
Who, Reigns? No.
So, like, he could get lured back in. We do hope that he gets that match with The Rock.
Which I can't see happening because The Rock's not turning at Mania. The Rock's not turning at Mania. He's not going to go from destroying Cody 2 weeks in a row. So
he doesn't have to turn. Like, he could make Reigns the face in that match.
Hell no. So you're not going to have The Rock turn. He's not going to go from destroying Cody 2 weeks in a row and saying all the stuff he said about his family to helping Cody. No.
No, you could have Reigns as face. I mean, he does get a fan reaction.
Reigns makes a very good. This 3.5 years of him being a heel has been his best work yet, and totally reinvented him. So yeah.
Speaking of wrestling news,
piece of news we'll quickly.
Don't forget about all the stuff that's been going on with Ronda Rousey. She's been accusing Drew. She's been saying, yeah, if you've been hearing about Ronda Rousey has been accusing Drew Gulak of sexual assault. Apparently, in the locker room, like she's accusing him of touching, but he's denied it, that he hit off her by mistake. So, is Ronda Rousey trying to stay relevant since she's not had the best? She didn't have a great run in WWE. She had some good parts, but or because of a lot of the comments other people have been saying about her, like Becky Lynch.
She didn't have a good run. Rumble winner, women's champion in Headline Mania. So that wasn't a good run, was it not?
She had a good run, but is she only saying these comments now to stay relevant because her last run wasn't great? Do you think she's trying to say some stuff to stay relevant?
The entire WWE run it could be that, yeah.
It was a good, like, it had its good, yeah. She won.
That's it for tonight.
In the 3 women's Headline Mania. Yes, we will see you all tomorrow for our WrestleMania predictions, and we've got a great lineup. Who have we got on tomorrow?
So 9:30 tomorrow, WrestleMania predictions. Get your comments, questions, and of course predictions in. Ryan Law, Billy Ray Dog will be joining us. So an actual wrestler, which will be cool, and Billy Ray Dog, a trainee wrestler, trains for and works for Reality Wrestling, Booker T's company. So it'd be cool to have both of those on.
Booker T on. Cool to get Booker T on.
I could if I'm going to pay him, which would probably be busy. But yeah, Ryan Law, Billy Ray Dog, WrestleMania predictions tomorrow. 30 matches to predict. Of course, we'll predict if there's going to be a cash-in and what certain legends might be returning and what they're going to do. We'll also predict that as well. And this weekend, big weekend, Stand Deliver and WrestleMania watch.
And the Hall of Fame.
But for now, I'm going to go and continue to get drunk.
Enjoy.
Oh yeah, Hall of Fame. I won't be doing a watch along for that. My title's still here. Priest didn't cash in. Is my title. And do obviously on Saturday we're doing Stanley predictions as well. So we'll see who leaves with this after this weekend. Good night from myself and the wise man.
Good night, all.
Like,
subscribe, look forward to the rest of your predictions. Finish that story.
Like, subscribe, acknowledge, and electric.
And finish your story.